What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, welterweight title contender, British superstar boxer, Conor Benn, who is 24 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 14 wins by way of knockout, coming off the biggest victory of his career in a family feud and a family rival with a guy he rematched and he initially lost to the first time, which is his father's rival, Nigel Benn, who is a British legend. And his father's rival was Chris Eubanks Sr. So he faced off against Chris Eubanks Jr. The first time he lost to Chris Eubanks Jr. Now, this time he won, and he won impressive against Chris Eubanks Jr. Dropped him twice in the 12th round. With that said, he's made it abundantly clear that he's dropping down to 147 welterweight, and he wants to become a world champion. He's made a lot of money. He is a superstar, especially in the UK. And now he wants to become a world champion. He's never been a world champion, never fought for a world title. He's been suspended for performance enhancers. So there's good and bad surrounding Conor Benn. I personally am a fan of Conor Benn. I like Conor Benn. Conor Benn went back and forth on social media with a superstar, another superstar, who is actually a world champion in undefeated Olympic silver medalist, 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, former unified super featherweight, WBC welter lightweight, and going for a 4th world title in the 4th weight class, January 31st, in Shakur Stevenson. With that said, they've been going back and forth, and Shakur, who's going to fight Teofimo Lopez. He's 24 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. Shakur Stevenson is going to fight Teofimo Lopez January 31st. Teofimo Lopez is highly decorated, 2-division champion, and former unified lightweight himself. So Shakur stated that he wanted to fight Conor Benn. Conor Benn, they've been going back and forth on social media. Conor Benn fought Chris Eubanks at a catchweight and a rehydration clause. Everybody says Chris Eubanks was drained. We saw the method the first time to make the weight, and he was a absolute shell of himself in the second fight. So initially, Conor Benn, he stated, Shakur said, listen, I'll fight Conor Benn. I want the same clause that you had on Chris Eubanks. I want that for you. He would have one fight at 140, and then he would be moving up to 47. So he's saying, if I fight you at 147, it's a big fight. I just want you to have the same rehydration clause and weight clauses that you put on Chris Eubanks Jr. Initially, Conor Benn, he agreed, okay? And so with that said, now, Conor Benn is saying Chris Eubanks got paid handsomely. He got paid handsomely. And he now demands $20 million from Shakur Stevenson. $20 million? I'm at a loss for words because boxing is just filled with a bunch of antics, ducks, and a circus. I always say it's the Wild Wild West. You agreed and said you would do it. You know this dude is coming up in weight, essentially jumping 2 weight classes. He beats T.O. He's a 4 division champion. He's undefeated. That's the biggest fight of your career. He's going to want the fight in the UK. Well, Shakur already said he'll go to the UK. But no doubt Conor Benn is going to want it in the UK. And now, this is just another reason, in my opinion, why we should not hear nobody on here, nobody complaining about TKO Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh. Simply because boxers can't get out their own way. They always create some sort of roadblock instead of making the best fight the best. You get a handful of guys in the sport of boxing that actually will fight anybody, anytime, and no stipulations. Terrence Crawford being one of them. Devin Haney being the other. Outside of them two, there's always a stipulation. And outside the heavyweight division. And even in the heavyweight division, there's always a circus. We never got Joshua and Wilder. Always politics. And y'all concerned with Dana White and TKO and Turki Al-Sheikh getting in the sport of boxing? You got Rolly Romero running around here talking about he's going to get sued for 5 years. What are you talking about? Conor Benn said he agreed to fight Shakur. Now he's talking about he's just going to wait for the belt if Shakur don't give him $20 million. Shakur saying he never wanted rehydration clauses because that take away from the fight. But when it comes to Devin Haney, he wants a rehydration clause. When it comes to Conor Benn, he wants a rehydration clause. I mean, T.O. is now talking about if he beats Shakur, now the fight with him and Devin Haney would be bigger in a big storyline. It was been a big storyline. Tank Davis, need I say more? It's an absolute shit show. And y'all concerned with Turki Al-Sheikh, TKO Boxing, Dana White, etc. No, boxing is doing this. They do it to themselves. They don't need outside help. So anybody coming in from outside doing whatever they doing in the sport of boxing, they can't damage it anymore. Y'all concerned about Jake Paul fighting scripted fights. When we can't get these dudes to fight, they already scripted it before they even get in the ring. You got a unification with Rolly and Devin. Rolly running around talking about, if I fight him, he's going to sue me for 5 years. Sounding like a buffoon. Tank telling Turki he needs multiple Ferraris to even have negotiations for a Shakur and Devin fight. Now, Conor Benn is talking about he won $20 million. You got Ryan Garcia tested positive for a banned substance, got suspended for a year, came back, lost to Rolly, and now is fighting for a belt at welterweight. I mean, what more can I say? Now Virgil Ortiz Sr., his father, Virgil Ortiz Jr.'s father, and his manager is seemingly doing their best to block the Jaron Ennis Virgil Ortiz fight. You got Jamel Charlo ain't fighting 2 years. Canelo got elbow surgery, now talking about sitting out a year. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? The hell y'all worrying about TKO and Dana White for? We can't even get these dudes to do anything structurally in the sport of boxing without Turki, TKO, Dana White, and Jake Paul, and so on and so forth. Without Jake Paul, we would have never got Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Without Turki, we would have never got what's his name? Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev. Remember the WBC said they didn't want a Russian representing their belt, although Artur Beterbiev was Russian. You got Sabril Matias failed 2 drug tests for the same thing Ryan got suspended for, and he's still allowed to fight. You got the WBC complaining about Terrence Crawford not paying $300,000 when he paid all the other sanctioned bodies. Terrence Crawford just stepped away from the sport of boxing. What are we talking about here? It's nasty work, man. Conor Benn ain't fight at welterweight in how many years? And now he's getting ready to be, he's the mandatory for the WBC belt, the winner of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios arguably lost to a 46-year-old, 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao. What are we talking about here? The last time Conor Benn fought at welterweight was 2022. And now he's the WBC 3 years ago, going on 4. Now he's the mandatory for the WBC belt. Man, come on, man. And y'all talking about Ali Act and man, please miss me with that. I'm gone. Peace.